Hello everybody, and it's time to reveal that all the tours, Tour 7 of the Tour 13 for our exclusive tour shootout guides are available for download on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. These are guides that you can't get anywhere else. With all due respect to the free guides I have and to others have out there in the community for tour play, these are the ones to get. These are the ones that will secure you winning more than you are losing. This is the one that will secure that once you get up to a new tour that you're not gonna start by draining your bankroll, because you're gonna have to lose a bunch load to learn the shootouts that you're playing. And especially on the higher tours, the tours that play from the third tee, you will be eaten alive if you do not have a plan once you get up to those tours. In this video, I will showcase an example guide to talk you through our thought process when it comes to creating these exclusive tour shootout guides. And you will notice a very nice similarity if you compare it to the Golden Shot guide. And I do think that a lot of you that are watching this video has used one of our Golden Shot guides before, with the simplicity of, you know, the aim point with the spins and everything like that. And the exclusive tour shootout guides are built in exactly the same way, because it's a method that works. It's a method that gives you a way of easily follow our guides. But enough about that just now, and we will gonna look at that in just a bit. Getting a shootout guide from us is easily done. You can either scan the QR code here on the screen and you get to our platform with all the packages, or you use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Using the link or scanning the QR code doesn't mean that you're gonna automatically sign up. You still have to go through a few steps to getting the correct package. The exclusive tour shootout guide will help you increase your win percentage and make sure that you win more than you lose. It will help you out to get more clan points to your clan, obviously. Get chests, especially now with the new chests that you get when you're completing a tour. Those are absolutely brilliant. But also getting the regular chests, such as the silvers, the golds, and the platinum chest, that will help you maybe upgrade that club that you have been looking for. And also, obviously, in all the chests and such, you get some gems. You may not think about that, but it adds up in the long run. The guides we offer is everything from the second and from the third tee. We do not offer shootout guides from the first tee, which is Tour 1 to Tour 6. But Tour 7 to Tour 10 is from the second tee. Tour 11 to Tour 30 is the third tee. Every single guide can be played free to play. So you can use the balls that you can obtain for free in the game, if you would so like. Obviously, you can use the guides and tweak for special balls if that's something you do want to do. But we always have had that thought that players that do play free to play should, with just a little investment in our guides, being able to get some help and cruise through by not having to invest in ball packs in the game, which I know there's a lot of people thinking that you have to do once you come up to the higher tours. So scan the QR code or use the link in the description down below. Now let's go to an example guide. Let's have a look at an example guide, and as I said, now it's an example. It's not gonna be the one that you are getting when you purchase the guide, because when you purchase the guide, you will obviously have the correct courses and also the latest updates with that. Live clickable links to useful places, including exclusive Telegram tour chat. Make sure to join the Telegram chat, because that's a perfect way for you to ask questions if there is something that doesn't go your way, or you're just looking for more intel or more insight on how to play in a specific type of wind angle. Those players that do join and do ask a lot of questions are also those people that do win more than the ones that do not. Proper version control, so you know which version of the guide you have. Here you can see 2023. It's not really 2023, but you know, you understand what I mean. General advice, and here it's a lot of good information. I would say, especially this one here at the bottom, the wind range, recommended ball, driver, and wood club. There we do list what we would play with, and also what we think you would play with to maximize your chances to win on the par 3s. The Thor's Hammer is a perfect driver even for being in a low level, and the reason for that is because it has a lot of backspin already from a low level, and many of the par 3s do somewhat require backspin if you do play with a driver. as it gives us more control. Green frame boxes can be clicked on to show a video of that specific wind angle. These type of green frames is not something that you see that often in the guide, but when you see it, you can watch the video and give yourself an idea on how to play without having to just look at the text. Some curl pictures as well. There are more curl pictures in the guide, but here you can see like just an example of how it looks and also the way we are writing it in the guide. Now we come to a very interesting page here, and that is a menu slide with easy to identify hole images to take you straight to the hole you need, and it saves time. And that it really does, because we all know that, you know, we're not gonna sit on this page all the time when we're playing, because we're in the moment, we're playing the part 4s, playing the part 5s, and then we get to the part 3s, and then we're like, shit, now we need to scroll. But you don't have to do that. So we're gonna have a look at Parc de Paris hole 2. So if I'm clicking on this picture here, you see that I'm jumping directly to this particular slide. If I do want to jump back, you see home button takes you back to the menu slide. So on every page you have this house. You press the house and then you get back to this slide. So very easy to get to whatever slide you kind of want to, and then you go back via the house and you can then start over, and you don't have to waste a lot of time scrolling. Landing spot pictures nearly always before spin, simple. Yeah, and that is what we're looking for here. The same as the golden shot. We're trying to make it as simple as possible for whatever player has, whatever player level that is for the player that play with our guides. So we try to find aim points that is before spin, because then that can be applied in more or less every single wind angle. If you're looking at guides that is not our guides, for an example, you will notice very clearly that those guides are focusing on a specific spin to set that spin and then find the aim point, which often is going to be looking different. I like to have the ball guideline to use as one of the reference points, together with either 1 or 2 ring references. I think that's the easiest way to be accurate, and that's what we're looking for all the time, to be accurate, because the more accuracy we can have, the better it's going to be in the end. 8 wind specific info boxes to give you adjustment, spin and curl. That's these boxes here, and you can see there are no spins here, but this is how it looks. Also very similar to the golden shot in terms of how we write that out. It looks a little bit prettier here compared to the golden shot, but you can see the adjustment max plus 20, then, you know, if we have backspin, topspin, right spin, left spin, and then if we do have curl, and then this wind arrow is describing or showing what type of wind direction this type of box applies to. Hole overview and landing spots. This is just an extra thing for people to kind of understand, like, okay, we're gonna be on the left side here instead of the right side, because there are some part 3s that is a little bit tricky. Key written advice and instructions, easy to follow. Here we do add anything else that is needed. It can be all from starting in a specific plus yardage. It can be all from that you can do this, you can do that. If you do this, you do that. I mean, there's a lot of things that can be said on certain part 3s to give you some extra insight, and I like to add notes there myself to give you all an easy way to go about it. So here is an example. You get a guide like this, obviously without the blue text, combined with actually some filled in boxes. You get that for all the part 3s on the specific tour that you choose, not just for one hole. So make sure to scan the QR code here on the screen, or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy in the description down below. Sign up and get an advantage over your opponent. Thank you everybody for watching this video, and I hope that by looking at the example guide and hearing me explain, that you can hear how simple you can actually make it in tour play. There's a lot of players that are making loads of mistakes in tour play by not being smart enough. The majority of the games go to shootout. You will obviously have that this or that opponent that will drop a long distance shot against you, but those are not the ones that's going to make it or break it if you're going to be a winning player or not. You need to be lethal on the shootouts, and these guides will help you be that and help you have an advantage. I mean, how many people haven't been thinking like, shit, now I have to go first again, and then I cannot take advantage of what my opponent is doing. I love going first because I know I can put an enormous amount of pressure on my opponent by putting the ball close. So changing the mindset, giving yourself the opportunity to become a better player. Obviously, when it comes to the shootout guides, you can bundle that together with Tour Player Checkpoint Challenge, but you can of course buy a package for Tour Play just by itself. So scan the QR code here on the screen or use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy you can find in the description down below. Thank you once again for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your Golf Clash game.